What's going on, guys? In this video, we are going to talk about reverse hyperextensions. What I want to do in this video is show you a way to do reverse hyperextensions in your home gym if you can't afford to purchase or don't have the space to put a reverse hyper in your gym. I first came across the reverse hyper or reverse hyperextensions as I was kind of watching a lot of training videos and seeing a lot of people doing it, and I wanted to better understand what was the benefit of such a movement or piece of equipment because I didn't quite understand. What I found out was the reverse hyper was created by Louis Simmons from Westside Barbell. Most people in the lifting world are familiar with him. And he created the reverse hyper to help rehab his back due to a back injury. I think he broke his back, something pretty extreme. And he created the reverse hyper as a way to rehab his back. If you do any research or look into Louis Simmons and his take on the reverse hyper, he absolutely believes 100% that the reverse hyper and reverse hyperextensions being done on his reverse hyper do in fact heal the back. The idea is that the movements on the reverse hyper create spinal decompression or spinal traction. This in turn helps move fluid through the spine, and then of course you're strengthening the spine and all these different things, and in that sense you can rehab and heal your back. I'm certainly not going to dispute those claims, but other people have, and some researchers have looked into it, and as they did studies on it, they felt that they did not see any true spinal decompression. What they did see though, and what the true benefit of reverse hyperextensions is that it did strengthen the muscles in the lower back. What you also engage when you're doing reverse hyperextensions is you engage your gluteus maximus, which is your glutes, right? And your hamstrings. So basically you strengthen your entire posterior chain. Previously, what I do to strengthen my posterior chain is a lot of kettlebell work, and I got into kettlebells for this exact reason, to strengthen my posterior chain. To be completely honest, I did not do a lot of back extensions. So there's two ways to work the same area, which is, again, there's a debate there. There's back extensions, which a lot of people do on a back extension inclined machine, or what's been very popular is the GHD. And so a lot of people do back extensions on a GHD, and then others use a reverse hyper. Some studies have shown that the back extensions work the glutes and the hamstrings more, and that the reverse hyper works the lower back more. For me and my goals, the reverse hyperextensions are definitely what I want. That said, I really wanted to get into training with a reverse hyper, but I cannot get a reverse hyper right now. In the meantime, what this whole video really is about is the alternative that I came up with. And I'm sure that maybe some other people do this, but it's how I decided to get in my reverse hyperextensions. Now again, I was very eager to do this exercise because I have been struggling with intermittent back pain. It comes and it goes, it's debilitating, it's minor, it's just all over the map. Different things work at different times, but then I started to understand that maybe I was not spending enough time strengthening my lower back. So as I started to do reverse hyperextensions in this manner, again, because I don't have an actual reverse hyper in my home gym or my location, I did start to see some benefit. Now my back pain is still here and there minor, but I just attribute that to, years of bad posture, maybe years of training. I do a lot of training and a lot of different things, and all those things put my back at risk. So it just behooves me to ensure that I'm doing exercises that strengthen my lower back. After reading up on reverse hyperextensions, taking out the whole back rehab thing, if that's not legitimate, just knowing that at the very least, it has been 100% proven that it does strengthen the muscles in your lower back, and it does strengthen your entire posterior chain. This is, when you're lying down, so basically hamstrings to glutes to lower back. Disclaimer, there's no guarantee that this will heal or eliminate your back pain, because you are the only one that knows what that back pain is, and at the end of the day, you may have to go see a doctor. So this, again, I'm not saying you can eliminate back pain. I'm saying that I started to do this to protect myself against further back pain and to strengthen my back so that it mitigates the amount of times that I start to get a stiff back through all my training modalities. Now, the first method of doing reverse hyperextension without having a reverse hyper in my home gym or location is to basically find a surface that I could bend over and let my hip hinge over, and then be able to extend my legs outward, right? So what I do have is a plyo box. So I put a plyo box down and I started doing it on that. Now, the edge of a plyo box, as you can imagine, is very, very uncomfortable. And so I had to find a solution for that. Thankfully, I have the hip thruster pad that I did a review on previously. I'll go ahead and put a card or a link up here so you can check that out. But I love this thing, especially for hip thrusters. Now at the bottom of the movement, I can't get full extension as I would on an actual reverse hyper because it's elevated and you can swing your feet on it. So you can really, really get a full hip hinge or full hip swing. So I can't get that, but my focus primarily is just getting my legs straight up and really extending out at the top. So this does provide me the opportunity to do that. Another way that I get my back extensions, or excuse me, my reverse hyperextensions, is just to lean across, lay across the bench and just extend my legs out. Now, of course, I can't straighten my legs down when I hinge, so I have to bend my knees. So that's a little uncomfortable, or just I don't know if it's as beneficial, but you still get, again, the tension at the top, the proper tension when you extend your legs straight out. So I do feel that tension in my glutes and my hamstrings and in my lower back where I'm supposed to feel it. While doing this, I just do different variations. And so between doing reverse hyperextensions on a plyo box and then doing a modified version on the just a bench, a flat bench, I have been able to get the work that I need. So if you are looking into adding reverse hyperextensions into your workout routine for the benefits of strengthening your posterior chain, I hope that these movements were helpful. And again, I do plan eventually on getting a reverse hyper. I just do feel that it would benefit me greatly as I continue to train and get older. I just want to make sure that my back is as strong as possible. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, please, please remember to like and subscribe so we can keep this thing going. And always keep fighting for fit. No excuses. I'll see you guys in the next video.